As Nephi exhorted his brothers, he described the harsh treatment of Jeremiah as an example of the wickedness of the inhabitants of Jerusalem. "For behold," Nephi declared, "the Spirit of the Lord ceaseth soon to strive with them. For behold, they have rejected the prophets, and Jeremiah have they cast into prison." At first glance, this passage seems to refer to the imprisonment of Jeremiah by Zedekiah. However, that imprisonment took place after Lehi and his family left Jerusalem. So how could Nephi have known about it? Several researchers have argued that Nephi was likely referring to an earlier incident of Jeremiah being imprisoned. Since Jeremiah was a fierce critic of the previous king of Israel, and there were other times when he was arrested, Nephi could have been referring to an earlier imprisonment that began during the last year of the reign of Jehoiakim. Actually, Jeremiah was arrested at least 3 other times. Nephi may have been referring to one of those other arrests. Another possibility is that Nephi heard of Jeremiah's imprisonment during one of his return trips to Jerusalem to retrieve the brass plates or to get Ishmael and his daughters. And finally, of course, it's also possible that Nephi learned of Jeremiah's imprisonment by revelation. While the data is not always as clear as modern readers would sometimes like, we must remember that the biblical book of Jeremiah was not written in chronological order, but it was compiled later, perhaps even after his death. Because there are gaps in the historical and scriptural record, we should be careful with attempts to correlate points of the Book of Mormon's timetable with external historical events. Beyond the implications this has for correlating the Book of Mormon's timeline to external events in history, analysis of this passage reveals Nephi's rhetorical strategy in attempting to persuade his brothers, while also warning us not to reject the prophets like they did with Jeremiah. And now you know why.